Gentlemen here, and you wonder sometimes. I know there's a short bench for Toledo, but boy, when you got that type of combo, you don't have to worry too much about those guys on the bench over there.
Absolutely. Evo Baltic had trouble. And make sure also you dial everything up with our friends at YP.com or with the YP Real Yellow pages. This is Ricardo Johnson had it ripped away. Johnson's on the floor along with Evo Baltic, DJ Cooper, Reggie Keeley, and Nick Kellogg for Toledo's Rockets. As Cooper tried to find a slashing Keeley. Shot clock at 7 on this Ohio inbound.
But you can see, in terms of what Ohio is trying to do offensively, they're not in their rhythm right now. A lot has to do with just this matchup. There's a good look by Nick Kellogg.
Kellogg's three came up front rim. Nathan Booth, very impressive start for the true freshman big. Dominique Buckley had it ripped away. Here's where Cooper's at his best with numbers. DJ Cooper will hang and go glass.
Well, we talked about where's Cooper. Transition is really where you have to find him, and you can't find him in the paint, Michael. You got to find him somewhere at midcourt, try to stop that transition.
Julius Brown will turn that corner. Yeah, count that. +1 coming from the line for the whip it quick sophomore point guard out of the city of Chicago, Julius Brown. Chatted with Todd Kowalczyk before this one tonight and asked him about second year in his program for both Ryan Pearson and Julius Brown. How large has the improvement been for each?
I think Julius has really come on strong the last, maybe since the middle of December on. We've had few games during that stretch, but I think his assist to turnover ratio has been the best in the league. Doing a great job of taking care of the basketball and understanding he's got to find guys to get some shots. And Ryan Pearson, he's taking it up another level. He led the league in scoring last year. He's, doing it this year, and he's gotten considerably better in every way. And more importantly, I've been really impressed by the intensity and how personal he's taking the defensive end of the floor.
As Todd Kowalczyk extols the virtues of his two outstanding talents, Ricardo Johnson, the 6'5 junior, end one-ing just like Julius Brown did at the other end for Toledo's Rockets. Johnson will go to the free throw stripe.
Just another point on Julius Brown, Michael. The one thing, and he talked about Jim Christian, how you're going to defend him. He told me he might be one of the best guards coming off that ball screen in the conference in terms of what he can do to really hurt that defense. So they're very cautious of what Julius Brown can do at the offensive end.
We saw that a lot in his freshman year last year when he certainly was one of the top kitty core guys that we had in the match. We talk about the home iron being kind there. Ricardo Johnson touched every bit up of the orange rim. Ryan Pearson's got to sit. Second personal foul here, 7 minutes into it. So let's mark it down. Toledo's down 5 when Pearson has to sit down, and you would imagine this might be at least for 6 or 7 minutes.
And again, I'm not sure what Todd does in terms of how his strategy goes, but some coaches love just to put their guy on the bench with 2 personal fouls and don't bring him back until the second half. It'll be interesting to see how this spread goes if he brings Ryan Pearson back.
Brown had to give it up. Matt Smith took a bump and got the roll. Oh, do they need that from Matt Smith? 6'7". He, along with Ryan Pearson, transfers as Todd Kowalczyk came to Toledo after a stint at Wisconsin Green Bay in the Horizon League. Ohio will turn it over, and now we got a reach-in foul. It's going to go on DJ Cooper, trying to defend Dominique Buckley, the only one of two seniors on this Toledo basketball squad. Jim Christian knows that they're very talented, and of course they're going to be talented in the MAC, Toledo's Rockets, for the next few years with what Todd Kowalczyk is building.
No question. You talk about the future, and I know we're living in the present right now because you got to win games on a daily basis, but the future for the Rockets in terms of personnel looks very, very promising.
Buckley off the curl. This is Reese Holiday. He too could provide offense off the bench. Last year they had Curtis Dennis in this role. And Dennis decided to transfer to play his final year at Iona. Julius Brown on the defense of DJ Cooper was stifling, forced him into a tough look. Cooper on the push. Johnson to raise up. Got it. Nice offensive start, Ricardo Johnson.
Absolutely. Got one from the left side. This time he took a couple power dribbles right to the free throw lane area. Got himself a good lift. Got it to go down.
Ohio is very sharp on the offensive end, shooting 75% from the floor, 9 of 12. That triple will not fall for Dominique Buckley. And that's going to be an Ohio foul that's going to go on T.J. Hall. T.J. Hall got a little over-exuberant. Isn't it pretty? It's like a real orchestra watching DJ Cooper in the open floor. Hang, go glass, mark it up. DJ Cooper, one of the best in the college game. Ohio.